My next guest, are you ready, Mr. Greenberg? Come on down. I have Mr. David Greenberg coming up to take the next seat here, and he's dressed very finely.
It's
and
Friday.
You have your name tag on, too.
Chamber of Commerce name tag.
Today is Friday the 13th, David. Can you believe it? What is that? Triskaidekaphobia or whatever? People have the fear of Friday being the 13th.
I'm just afraid of multi-syllable words.
Yeah, me too, and I don't know if I even said it right. But welcome aboard, David. Glad to have you. David serves on the Bisbee Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors, as you can see from his beautiful name tag on there. He also is the broker for the Remax family, or Remax home stores in Bisbee.
Manager.
Mm-hmm. And also the proprietor and owner of the Second Amendment Family Gun Shop.
That's
I got
right.
it all in there.
Yay.
Hey, you did it. Anything else you want to add to that list that I'm missing?
No, just Family Guy, Grandpa, things like that.
Right, and those probably should have been the number one things that I should have mentioned.
Owned by several dogs.
Yes, oh, and you have nice dogs. If you haven't met David, he takes his dogs to work with him, and Evie?
Evie, yeah.
Evie, she's the guard dog at the gun shop. She is just so sweet. I love you.
Yeah, we call her the Walmart greeter of the gun shop.
The Walmart greeter. Do you pay her? And food?
Yeah, she gets lots of cookies.
And treats, yeah.
Everybody brings her stuff.
So welcome aboard, and a little bit we want to talk to you about today, and I have to flip my page here and put Alona down on the bottom, is let's start with Remax. How are home sales right now in the economic downturn in Bisbee? What's going on there?
Well, Bisbee's a little bit detached from the national market. We don't have as many loans involved. We don't have as many people. Bisbee has many or often more of a second home market. Mm-hmm. So Old Bisbee specifically, and Warren and other areas, we're a bit detached. So our market is not as tough. We don't have a lot of foreclosures like the large areas do. Mm-hmm. Sales aren't brisk like they were a couple of years ago. Right. But a good deal will sell to an investor pretty quickly.
And it is right now, because of the economy, a buyer's market per se?
Definitely a buyer's market.
A lot of room to work, huh?
Yeah. Right now, you make money buying a house.
Right.
That's how you make money. If you have the ability to buy a house or land, anything that you have the ability to invest in, there's some smoking deals out there.
When you say it's a second house market, you mean that people have their primary homes in another town or city, and they come here for like the vacation home type idea.
Vacation home, winter home, just to get away. A lot of folks that live in metro areas prefer to get into a smaller community for their downtime, for their relaxation time. So a lot of people do that.
I know of several people. I had the privilege of working in the realty business at one time, and a lot of the people that get their second homes here, let's say, come in the winter. So we see some of those people, at least I do, I don't know if the community sees it, but they get involved in community activities.
Absolutely.
They help with rebuilding together. They help with other projects that we're doing at the chamber. They stop by and say, can I volunteer for anything? So these people, a lot of times, are a benefit to our community in that aspect, where some people in the community at times feel that, they're not really for real here. And that's not a real true statement, that they just buy a house and don't really get involved in it, and that's not true.
A lot of those folks that they may be getting close to retirement age, but remember, a lot of people are retiring earlier now.
That's true.
In their current jobs or businesses where they are, a lot of them don't have time to participate in the community. Again, this is sort of their downtime when they can come here, and a lot of folks work from home on their computer, and they may not be retired yet, but they have the ability to come here. They have some spare time, and they do participate.
Another thing is that because they are buying their second homes here, our sewer and garbage utility bills stay where they are basically because they're helping to keep our economy balanced so that we don't have to increase that with having those empty homes sitting there vacant at the second home families.
I don't know that those bills stay where they
Well,
are, but
it helps infrastructure an awful lot.
Certainly a lot less use of the infrastructure.
A lot less use, but they do pay.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, so let's move along. Let's talk about, and I saw your picture in the paper, what was it, the review 2 weeks ago on a Sunday? And then I told you, I said, oh my God, you looked great on that front page there. And you said, did you see the inside lifestyle page? I'm there again. And I'm thinking, woo.
Yeah,
So what's going on at the gun shop?
Well, the gun shop's pretty busy. Typically when there's any kind of a political move where the leadership of the country shifts, there's a lot of nervousness about what will become of Second Amendment rights. Mm-hmm. And so typically, and I've only been in the gun business a little less than 2 years, but typically from what I hear, before every election, there's a lot of firearms activity because nobody knows which way it's going to go. Mm-hmm. This year, no exception. It started over the past summer and then has continued on to today and will continue on for a while, but there's a lot of activity in the gun business. For
those people who forget the Constitution, and not everybody reads that all the time, the Second Amendment is our right to bear arms.
An inalienable right, something we were born with, something it's not granted by government, it can't be taken away. Over the millennia, many have withheld that right when they could, but invariably that withholding of that right fails. And so the right to keep and bear arms, the right to defend yourself, is what keeps gun shops going in most cases.
One of the things that a lot of people may be interested in is that you offer classes in concealed weapons handling.
We do.
Licensing.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the classes.
We have a fabulous deal. The Arizona Rangers provide the training at no cost.
Great group.
And we ask that the folks that are attending the training do a $25 donation to the Rangers. Mm-hmm. We take no profit out of it. The Rangers themselves use that money to further the cause of the Rangers, which is providing public service. Mm-hmm. We were able to, in the first year that we collected $25 donations for the Rangers, we were able to come up with enough money to substantially assist them setting up a Bisbee company.
Right. And they're so excited.
Oh, the Bisbee company is great. This is where it started, back in the early 1900s. Mm-hmm. And finally, Bisbee company is home again.
Right. And speaking of the Arizona Rangers, with the money, they do a lot of volunteer rangering for us that communities can't afford to pay the fees that need to be paid. If you have any questions about the Arizona Rangers or if you're interested in becoming one in Bisbee, contact me at the Chamber and I'll give you Ed Newso's phone number. They're always looking for people to join their cause and become Rangers.
Yeah, and you'll see the Rangers at football games and at directing traffic, Blues Festival, assisting, doing ride-alongs with the police.
They were out there. They're very visible and a wonderful group.
And they do not get paid for that.
Right. They're great guys. What do you have going on that's new that you want to tell me about? Anything happening that's coming up at either the home stores for Remax or the gun shop?
Is this a hint, something I was supposed to remember?
No,
okay.
no. I just didn't want to miss anything.
Well, we moved our office off of Main Street over to San Jose Square.
And how's
the
that
Remax
going?
office. It's fabulous. It was a good move. Old Bisbee is nice. It's wonderful. It's
beautiful.
A lot of fun to be there. But for us, after we've been on Main Street for I guess about 4 years, and it was changing. Mm-hmm. And we weren't getting the walk-in traffic. We weren't getting profitable walk-in traffic. Mm-hmm. We started looking around to see what was more cost-effective, and of course, San Jose is where the growth is going to be in Bisbee.
Exactly.
And San Jose, in general, has a very high traffic count. There's more buyers over there. We have the Border Patrol. We have the county buildings. We have a lot more people who have the ability to buy homes.
So it's in an area where it's closer to the people that need you, maybe.
Correct. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Our property management has expanded greatly. We started property management a little over a year ago, and that was growing.
Wonderful.
We now have the ability for people to pull up in front of our office and park, which is something we never had before. Makes dropping off rent, doing contracts, makes everything easier.
Especially this time of the year. Alona was just on, and we were talking about the stats and being up and stuff right now. You can tell by just looking out the window at the chamber if it's going to be a busy day by how many parking places you can see that are empty. And there haven't been a whole heck of a lot, which does deter business when you can't find a spot. People get impatient. They want to pull in, they want to get out, go do their business, and come right back. So,
typical, it was expensive to be on Main Street. And so we needed, like most businesses do, we needed to analyze where our money was going and where it could be better spent. We've cut our expenses a lot over there, and so we're able to promote properties, promote housing, print more flyers and do more things that really sell houses instead of sitting and waiting and hoping someone walks in.
There must be a lot of people that are still willing to pay the high rent in Old Bisbee, because the only empty space, I just heard from Susan Blackford, she just did 40 Main Street's just been rented out, and I don't know who to, but the spot that you were in is the only empty office space on Main Street that I can think of right now. So it comes and goes.
It'll probably fill in, but it was expensive, and I think if everyone looked at their own expenses on a regular basis, it's expensive to run a real estate office, and if they looked at their expenses on a regular basis, they may find that somewhere else may be cost effective. Now, I don't want everybody to come move over there with us. I want to be the only real estate office in that area, and it's busy. So
Charlie Satello's over in that
Charlie's
area.
over there,
You have somebody that's
Yep.
Now, last thing, we're almost at the end of our time. You do sit on the Chamber Board of Directors, and you've just started your second year as a director.
Already?
Yes, you have.
Oh, boy, it's
and
fun.
you have volunteered to be the secretary of the board this year, which I appreciate very much. What are your thoughts and feelings about how the chamber's moving? Are you happy with the way things are going? How do you feel?
Very dynamic group of people. They're interested in the benefit that can be given to business. They're interested in keeping business operational, keeping them whole. We really are looking for more participation from the businesses. I think that's critical.
Participation as in like attending mixers and breakfasts and volunteering at events?
Show up, meet the people, participate, be on committees. We have committees. We have the welcoming committee and fundraising committee and membership committee. Planning, there's several committees that we could use member participation.
And love to have it.
One of the things that we talked about earlier this year was limiting the number of directors on the committees to encourage more membership.
Right.
And that's working. We're getting more participation there. We don't need them often, but this past year we had the task force when we're discussing police activity and things like that. And I think that went very well. We had 2 directors on it, and about 5 or 6 members of the public on it.
Yes, and a police officer.
And an Arizona Ranger. And
a very good rounded group.
Yeah, that was wonderful, and I think the results of that, which should be becoming public pretty soon.
Right. On March the 12th, our findings that you were the chair of this committee will be going to the Police and Fire Advisory Committee, and that meeting's March the 12th at 6:30 at City Hall. And then after they review our findings, then it will be set up to the council for them to review. So I think we've made a heck of an impact there.
Yeah, the chamber is extremely active in the community, and we want the community to be extremely active with the chamber. So I think it's critical, that participation, and we're seeing more of it. Business people are busy. I've got several businesses. A lot of other people have several businesses, but just operating a business in itself keeps you very busy, takes up time.
And we understand that.
So a little bit of meeting here and there, maybe, and
a couple hours a month is all we're asking for.
and get participation. It's your Chamber of Commerce, folks.
Right.
Your Chamber of Commerce, folks. Where's the camera?
One great thing that we want to say is not too soon after you came, I had started a little bit before you, a couple of months. We are up approximately 15% in membership. We started out when I first came in about 186 members, and we're up to 222 now.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
So we're moving along well. Though the economy may take a downturn, we're going to work at retention more than we are we do want new members, of course we want new members, but we really want to make our members that we currently have happy and proud to be a member of the Chamber of
It
Commerce.
is one of the best dollars you'll spend,
Yeah.
because you do get a direct benefit from your chamber dues.
Yeah.
You get people that represent you legislatively, represent you in business. Often, well, just, the newsletter, the email
The
that goes
special
out,
events.
the special events. There's so many things that the chamber members get, and you don't see them all the time, but I know if they call you up, you'll email them
Yeah,
over a little
we'll
note
let
that
you
says,
tell them.
"Here's what you get for your chamber membership."
Be glad to do it.
And if you don't think that's a good value, you need
Thank
to really
you.
analyze your business expenses.
I-
Just getting Nancy as part of your chamber dollars.
Bless you.
This kid works her tail
I'm so
off.
humble.
Oh,
Thank
no,
you.
you're not.
Thank you so much for coming on, David. It's been a
Thank
pleasure
you.
having you, and thanks for sharing all the information with us, and we'll see you soon.
Tell everybody to come on over to San Jose Square. It's a hopping.
There you go. Thanks, David.